a woman to raise your child on her own, like no financial support, not showing up. And I know there's men out there who are being prevented from seeing their children. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. There's men that like they're not getting access, and they say to me all the time, like, she's not letting me see my child. Should I still pay? Yeah,
paying it.
And I'm like, you have to pay.
I would say to that is, ask yourself, take the woman out of the equation, ask yourself what's right. Ask yourself, do you want your child to eat? Ask yourself, does your child deserve to suffer because you're not talking to the woman or whatever? Just ask yourself these questions. As a man, ask yourself these questions. Do you love that child? Is the money you're giving, is it going to help the child?
It's your role.
It's your role. No, but there's roles. I'm going to acknowledge the fact that you're saying it's a role, but like I'm going to go back to that thing that you said, don't say. Like, treat people like you want to be treated, or can you stand up and be like counted as a man? And like me, I've got situations like that right now where I'm getting abused, but I can't, like, I've been guilty in the past of using that abuse as a reason not to give you money. I had to check myself at a certain point and say, do you know what? As much as I'm pissed off with you, as much as I'm upset, as much as you've abused me, whatever, that doesn't equal me not taking care of my children.
As a man, you should always take care of your child. Doesn't matter what she's doing.
Welcome to the pressure cooker.
Oh, I don't even see no reason why you shouldn't be able to see your child, because that's what they got the court system for. Unless you're just doing something where they found you not to be sufficient for the kid to be around, and you have something where they don't feel that the child would be safe by you being in their presence. And trust me, there are situations where that happen, not just with the men, also with the women too. But even if it boiled down to, let's just say, you live in one state and the woman lives in another state or another city, and you can't afford to really, move around like that. You can't afford to go see your kid, and let's just say she's not helping you make provisions to see your kid. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with you sending money to help take care of your child, doing your responsibility, doing your part as far as taking care of the child.
Well, there's those incidents where the courts are not involved. And I agree with you. The man and the woman make a decision on how much he's going to send and what he's going to provide. And then he's doing his part, but the woman won't let him see the kids, either because she's bitter or because she's moved on or because for whatever reason in her mind, she just doesn't want him around the child. And the man is like, should I still be forced to take care of the child, or should I still take care of the child? And initially, he didn't want the court to get in it. Well, I think at that point in time, he has the right to now go to the courts and ask the courts to assist him and being able to see the child. Just, with that being said, he needs to make sure he has solid proof that he's been providing for the child if he's not on child support. They made an agreement. He's been upholding the agreement, and now she won't let him see his children. Yes, he should then bring the courts in, just as she would if they made an agreement and he wasn't paying the support. She would go file child support. So vice versa. If y'all make an agreement and she folds on letting you see your child, it's time to bring the courts in. Sometimes that's the best route to go from the very beginning. A lot of people say, well, I don't want the system in my business or telling me how I should do for my child. But sometimes that's what you have to do to make sure everything is fair.
The one thing you don't want to happen is for you to have some regrets. And some guys, they don't want to deal with the regret later on in life. The wounds cut too deep. But you want to be able to say, hey, even if it don't work out in your favor, you want to be able to go say, listen, I did everything I could to try to be in your life. And that was my responsibility, was to make sure I could do everything I could to be in your life and to try to help take care of you. That is a responsibility. That's your duty. But if she's making it super difficult, man, I mean, because outside of the courts, women can make it difficult for you to see your children. I mean, to the point where you just don't want to be bothered. They can get it, they can start messing with your relationship, start just making it hell, at the school, just all kind of stuff. You can circumvent the system. And so at some point, man, you might just want to live a peaceful life, and you might just, because some guys will say, you know what, I did everything I could, and I'm tired of this foolishness. I'm just going to send the money and be done. Because some guys don't react the same, they don't react the same. And some guys know how they are, and the woman know how they are too. And so she could push buttons, and in order for him to say, you know what, I'm not going to let her get me in some kind of trouble, I get in some mess, I'm just going to go ahead and send the money and just stay clear of her.
Yeah. And I think that you should never not send the money. I mean, the money isn't about her, because then you become just like her. I mean, some women just turn the children against the dad just because the dad's trying to be in this life, and the women are doing little things and saying things to the kids, and the kids say, well, I don't want to go by my dad's house. Or just the woman is living a frivolous life over in her, and it's fun time at mama's house, and dad is strict and has rules, and they just like, well, I don't want to go by my dad. And the mom think that's good because she thinks she stands on something by saying, well, they don't want to see you. Yeah, but she still expect you to send that money. So that's why some guys have to resort to, I'm going to send the money and I'm going to step back, because they can't make a difference because their children are influenced in a different manner.
Exactly. Some guys, I'll be honest with you. Some guys, they like, I'll just start up a whole new family.
Yeah.
And the girl I'm with got children. I just make them my kids. Some guys think like that, man.
But I think you should still provide for your own kids, no matter what's going on. At the end of the day, you help make the kids still be a provider. Is it fair that you can't see the kids, or that she may turn the kids against you or hold little things against you? No, that's not fair. But do your part. Be the person, be a stand-up man, stand on business and just take care of your kids.
Exactly. And trust me, man, it's some women, their sole goal in life at some point is to turn their kids against their father. And it happens with women too. I've seen dudes get custody of a child, and woman may have had a bad time in her life, and so the father end up with the kids. But at some point you have to say, you know what, especially if she can turn her whole life around and she's trying, at least let her be up in the kid's life. So it's some guys that be like, no, and they start doing crazy stuff, like to the point where the child just, it's just unbearable to be around the kid, because the kid don't look at their parents with any kind of respect. Yeah, that child ought to come
in those situations, sometimes it's difficult for the man too, because I've seen women 90% of the time when it's that way, the woman just don't want the child. And some of those dads are very protective and not telling their children that the mom don't want them. They step in, they take their child, and they try to do the best for the child, but it still doesn't separate the child from that desire of a mother. That child still longs for that mother to be in their life, and the child don't understand, my mother don't want me. She just want to walk away and not be bothered. She'll pay the child support and don't want to take care of the child, don't want to be a part of the child life, but the child still desires that mother figure and don't understand why mommy don't want me. And that's very difficult and challenging for a man to face when he has to deal with that situation.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I couldn't imagine growing up without a mom.
Or how would you even handle telling, you don't want to tell your child a mama didn't want him. So as a man, you got to absorb all that for your child.
That's deep, man.
Yeah, it's
That's
very deep,
bro.
It's difficult.
Kevin and Caprice. Let's talk relationships.